I am finally getting this Riko again for free! Also, I do not have star gems for another Ayumu card. Please do not bring her Festival 3 or Party card just yet. Anyway, welcome back for another LLAS card breakdown. We're looking at Fleeting Night Sakura's UR set, Cherry Blossom Girl of the Night. The boosted rate will be available until April 14 afternoon. Basic info, thoughts on the cards, and then the verdict. Gomen! Osokonate! That's literally the pre-idolized card for this Ayumu UR. And also, Smile attribute and SP type. Nice. Her base stats will start off at 7,524 appeal, 5,069 stamina, and 6,203 technique with 18.60% critical rate. Her fifth limit stats will end up at 13,464 appeal, 9,087 stamina, and 11,106 technique, netting up to 33.31% critical rate. Ayumu's skill is SP Voltage Buffer, gaining voltage by 30 to 32% of her appeal for the next SP burst at 33% chance. Her passive ability is Appeal Plus for Smile cards by increasing base appeal by 4 to 5.2%. Her active ability is SP Fill, filling SP gauge by 8% of her appeal on its appeal chance success. Ayumu has finally covered all attributes after 2.5 years of this game. I wish I'm surprised that she literally has a card that does not go against her own solo song. Yume no Ippo expert, but I have to bring in criticisms. Her stat focuses on voltage scoring, so she does not get a boosted critical rate, which SP-type cards desire, but she decided to take on the voltage route and kinda scores well if it wasn't for her stamina stat, making her voltage sustain card. For me, I think she's a discount Festival 2 Kanata scoring-wise, and a Brow Crep alluring Devil Emma if we're comparing with their skill set. Lastly, active ability is none of my concern, unless I can clear songs that are not skill activation, critical hits, or stamina retain. It is scalable at least, so you can put her Appeal plus M insights. Minet finally gave me a decent gift. Have all attributes covered for Ayumu, but unfortunately it's not good and I cannot guarantee her. This is what she looks like in costume preview, and apparently matches the Night Blossom Sky. The Sakura Blossoms though. Ayumu this time goes for the hairpins right behind her head. I guess there's a gradient between the night sky and the purple. Actually, that's not purple. It's actually pink cherry blossoms. There's also flower patterns for this dress, but dang, I do love this Ayumu card, but unfortunately I do not have enough star gems for me to scout for her. But I do love this costume overall. Despite having an underwhelming skill set, at least she can look beautiful if you're gonna use her on like a Sakura theme live performance video. Emma is partnering with Ayumu. Coincidence? She also has Kanata, but we'll get to her later. Being an elegant voltage guard, her base stats will start off at 7,593 appeal, 4,446 stamina, and 6,478 technique with 19.43% critical rate. Her fifth limit base stats will end up at 13,590 appeal, 7,956 stamina, and 11,600 technique with 34.80% critical rate. Emma's skill is Voltage Gain, gaining voltage by 25 to 37% of her appeal at 33% chance. Her passive ability is Appeal Plus for Nijigasaki cards, by increasing base appeal by 4 to 5.2%, and her active ability is Appeal Buffer, increasing effective appeal by 4% for 5 notes affecting Nijigasaki cards on appeal chance success. We got Honoka, an elegant voltage card, last month on the same event type. Now this month is Emma's turn to get another elegant voltage card. We barely get anything unique from last year of elegant voltage scorers. We're under supply of it. If you're thinking about putting this Emma into your team, you probably have Festival 1 Kanata or Spotlight Karen if you want third year elegant synergy. But both cards are outdated, so she can score the highest among the three. There hasn't been a third year voltage scorer in a long time to be an elegant attribute. Why I referenced Kanata and Kanan earlier is because of her school-focused passive and active ability. We have 93 URs from this school, but 15 of them are elegant. Unless the song is cleansable, this Emma allows stricter team building solely on Theme School. decent voltage score, but then again, scouting yours are part of the voltage meta, so I'm not surprised. Ooh, this is what she looks like in costume preview. Now, I'm thinking Ayumu goes for the strapless one, but this Emma costume is pretty good. Unlike Ayumu, she now switches from the dark gloves to, I guess, brighter gloves. The gradient is still dark to cherry blossom part. I do love it. Some of the details are retained from Ayumu's variation, and Emma more noticeably opted for dongo on top of her hair, so her hair bun decorated on the top, while Ayumu does that on the back. Costume-wise, she is pretty beautiful. Not much to compete with Ayumu, but at least they barely have majority of changes, other than the fact that Emma goes for the strap option. That's pretty good costume design. Let's see if we can check if Riko can outstand the two of them. The scouting SR for this banner is Boku Ima Nozomi. Being an active SP card, her base stats will start off at 3,868 appeal stamina, 4,356 technique with 28.06% critical rate. Her free fluid stats will end up at 6,592 appeal and stamina, 7,415 stamina, netting up to 37.24% critical rate. Nozomi's skill is SP Filler, filling SP gauge by 5 to 7%. Her passive ability is Technique Plus, affecting active cards by increasing base technique by 2 to 3.2%, and her active ability is SP Voltage Buffer, increasing SP voltage by 8% of her appeal on appeal chance start at 30% chance. Okay, equal stats, we have a problem. For this Nozomi card, it is a decent SP filler that she does not decide if she can be a critical scorer or a sustained scorer. Why not both? For those who are spending star gems for either Emma or Ayumu, then you could get this card and use her for decent rounds of advanced song. Other than that, I have a few words to say about Nozomi, but costume collection for the Boku Ima set, and an okay SP filler with a caveat of a rated SP voltage gain and equal stats. The event UR for this set is Riko. As a Smile skill card, her base stats will start off at 5,426 appeal, 3,670 stamina, and 6,862 technique with 35.58% critical rate. Her fifth limit base stats will end up at 9,710 appeal, 6,568 stamina, and 12,280 base technique with 51.84% critical rate. Riko's skill is Skill Activation Rate Buffer, increasing skill activation rate by 3.7 to 4.5%, affecting small cards for 5 notes at 33% chance. Her passive ability is Appeal Plus, affecting small cards by increasing base appeal by 3 to 4.2%. Her active ability is Critical Power Buffer, increasing voltage gain from critical notes by 1.2%, affecting all cards at live show start. When you hear Sakura in the festival, what's a Sakura without our favorite Sakura Uchi girl? After standing aisle in the event UR rotation for over 52 events, Riko has finally come back with a stir of an underpowered card all players will get. Having a high technique stat is not always going to be the highest scorer for an event UR necessarily. Her skill only grants a bigger chance to activate skills at a medium range. But if she is focusing on smile cards, make sure to build that for her. She can also be used on a side strategy to assist in helping out other cards to do its thing. She does grant a little bit of boost from her show ability, but even with this at base or max limits, Riko is just here to be the poster girl of this event. God bless mine that took two of my favorite girls into an event, and one of them is a scouting UR, while the other is an event UR. Let's see the costume short. Okay, so this is what she looks like in costume preview, and oh my gosh, this Riko is so beautiful. You know what? You and me should look at this Riko costume, because I think alongside Ayumu, this Riko costume is good. Now, not because of that. I guess Riko decided to mix both variations from either Ayumu and Emma. she used the brighter gloves, and her dong goes right at the back, so it's the very bottom. Braided hair on each side, I think. Ooh, noticeably the gold headband. Very nice jewelry. And the gradient is, I guess the gradient for the Starry Night to the Sakura Blossom part is pretty good. Notably, I think both Ayumu, Emma, actually all three of them have mostly the same variations. The difference is that all three of them have different clothing designs for the top part. For the gloves part, Ayumu is the only one having the contrast dark gloves, and all three of them have different placements for where the hair bun should go. So I guess Emma has the higher one. Emma has the higher ground, but overall, I think this Riko card is beautiful. Now, she deserves the poster girl of the event, but not much to say about her skills and stats. But other than that, she made it. God bless her. Both event SR starts with Ka in the name, so the first event Ka is My Might Tonight Kanan. Being an elegant skill card, her base stats will start off at 2,880 appeal, 3,301 stamina, and 4,121 technique with 27.36% critical rate. Her 5th limit stats will end up at 4,910 appeal, 5,613 stamina, 7,017 technique, netting up to 36.05% critical rate. Kanan's skill is shielding, gaining shield by 15 to 27% of her technique. Her passive ability is Technique Plus, affecting Aqua cards by increasing base technique by 3 to 5%. Her active ability is Technique-based healing, restoring stamina by 6.6% of her stamina on appeal chance success. I checked in the game stats, and I'm pretty sure Minded Games decided to buff up school-based passives, knowingly well. When they look into the chronology of All-Stars cards, that is very hard to build teams on the same school. They started with Kanan, of all girls, to use the new school-based passive numbers. However, her defense is not frail, considering that her skill and show ability are focusing on the strongest stat. It is a fair card to collect in an event, but not good for offense. I wonder if Minded Games will stick to that buffed up number, because I think the added boost stat for Kanan will be helpful, considering there is not much that you can do if you have a limited supply of cards from the same school. Try again. The second Ka is Rainbow Waltz Kanata. Being a cool voltage card, her base limit stats will start off at 3,606 appeal, 3,395 stamina, and 3,301 technique with 9.90% critical rate. Her 5th limit stats will end up at 6,140 appeal, 5,787 stamina, and 5,613 technique with 16.83% critical rate. Kanata's skill is Voltage Gain, gaining voltage by 25 to 37% of her appeal. Her passive ability is Appeal Plus, affecting all cards by increasing base appeal by 1 to 2.2%, and her active ability is Appeal Buffer, increasing effective appeal by 8% for tech notes, affecting all cards on live shows start at 50% chance. Not gonna have to work her up, but this Kanata is underwhelming for an event SR. For those who are starting off on the game, you have at least a good backliner that can boost a few notes of the song with boosted scoring, and an incremental appeal passive for all. For us veterans, we could collect her for voltage gain skill and nothing else. Costume collection. As beautiful as the Sakura blooms, the Scouting Banner is more for looks and voltage meta. At least we can finally get another Riko UR again for free. Ayumu and Emma are good scorers for different attributes, and thank you Minat for giving Ayumu a smile UR. Both of them nearly competed with each other with appeal stat. Nozomi is a fair SP filler as a consolation prize. Kanan and Kanata are okay cards for collection, not for their purpose. As stated in my last video, new videos from me will be at a slow pace, so my socials are in the video description if you want to follow up and interact with me someday. That's all for this video. Like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell. I stream games 3 to 4 times a week on YouTube or Twitch at 21BHT. Goodbye. See you soon.
You are the scouting box is Ayumu. Ayumu is a smile attribute SP type card.